Ooh. Let's talk about Iran.
So I'm in Brussels meeting a couple of friends. And two of my friends, Robin and Wim, just traveled around Iran. So please tell us how to prepare your trip to Iran.
Apply for your visa at a travel agency. Make sure you bring enough cash because your visa card doesn't work in Iran. And make sure your VPN is installed on your smartphone because otherwise your smartphone won't work either.
How is the app called?
Psiphon. It's a free VPN specialized for Iran and China.
Okay, nice. How did you apply for the visa?
We went to the Iranian embassy in Paris.
So how much money did you bring to Iran?
I brought 50 euros a day, but I only lose like 25.
You used 25 a day?
Yeah,
only. Okay.
Just to be sure, bring 50.
Okay, how much did you bring?
Same here. We brought 50 euros a day, but only used 30 euros a day. So if you want to buy a Persian carpet, don't worry. This is the only thing you can pay by card.
And how did you travel around in Iran? Is that easy to get around?
Yeah, it's very easy. You can do buses, VIP buses or non-VIP buses.
Okay.
You can use shared taxis. So you just hop into a taxi and then other people use the taxi too, but then it's cheaper. Or you can tell the taxi driver you want a private taxi and then he'll take you anywhere you want to go, but then you pay more.
How does the shared taxi work again?
You say in Persian, darbast, which means I want a taxi alone, or you say darbast na, and then it means you want to share it.
And you can take taxis from one city to the other city?
Yes, so there are taxis that only drive into the cities, and then there are taxi spots where the long distance taxis are gathering.
What was the longest bus ride or taxi ride you did?
The longest, I think it was like 5 hours between Shiraz and Yazd.
We did like more than 12 hours in a VIP bus overnight. I think this was Tabriz, Sanandaj, Kurdistan.
Robin, you also took a flight.
And yes, we took a domestic flight between Tehran and Shiraz.
Do you remember the name of the airline?
Yes, it was Mayan Airline. This is the most famous and it's the company of the government.
So one tip I can give is that you learn all the Persian numbers so you can see the difference between the Persian script and the numbers. It's very practical, they're quite easy to remember, and then it's much easier to get around in a bus, or if you look at the menu in a restaurant, so you can look at the prices. So memorize the Persian numbers.
So how long did you travel in total?
I traveled 2 weeks.
I traveled for 4 weeks.
And you think like 2 weeks is enough?
2 weeks is the minimum what we could spend in Iran, but it's enough to see the massive of Iran.
Okay. No, I don't agree. Most people only do 10 days or 2 weeks, and they do the 3 major touristic cities, Isfahan, Shiraz and Yazd. But there's so many other things to do, so at least try to go 3 or 4 weeks so you can also see other parts in Iran, in the north and in the west.
What are your highlights of Iran?
Very difficult because Iran is there's a big diversity, many landscapes. You can go skiing in the mountains, hiking, green hills, desert. But one of my favorites was the desert city of Yazd, which is super relaxed, and the oasis town of Garme, which is really nice place to chill out at the end of your travels. Beautiful thing is Tabriz in the north with the Grand Bazaar of Tabriz. You can also go hiking Alamut Valley in the north of Tehran, and there's this beautiful scenic ride between Derut and Derut and Andimeshk, which is very beautiful, and supposedly one of the nicest train rides in the world.
How much is the train ride?
I don't even remember, 5 euros, 3 euros. It was like, it's what the local people, the villagers take to get to the next village in the mountain. So it's a really slow train. If you want to get from one point to the other, it's much faster by bus. So the only reason you would take the train is for the view.
And like, where did you stay? In which, like, hostels or hotels or?
So we did like a couchsurfing and youth hostel.
Youth hostel, okay. Yes. And you?
Yeah, also Couchsurfing. Make sure you have the VPN because Couchsurfing is blocked, but there are a lot of Iranians active on Couchsurfing. Then regular youth hostels or hotels, and if you want to do the local Iranian hotel, which is half the price, pretty crappy, is Musafir Khaneh. So you ask for the nearest Musafir Khaneh, which is Travelers Inn. Okay. And then that's a local Iranian hotel.
So what's half the price?
Outside of the big main touristy cities, a hotel is like 10 euros or $10 a day, and if you do the Musafir Khaneh, it's like 5.
What was your favorite spot in Iran?
We really liked Shiraz. It's a city of poetry in Iran. But if I should pick only one, it's the Shaku mountain. It's 4,000 meters. It's quite easy to go there.
What about food?
I'm vegan, so I was a bit afraid before going to Iran about the vegetarian and the vegan food. But actually it was relatively easy, so golden tip is just to look up a couple of recipes, Iranian recipes, which are vegan or vegetarian by default. Like adasi, which is a breakfast dish, or sabzegori, which is like some vegetable dish. And then if you just ask around, they most of the time have it, so it actually was quite easy to eat vegetarian or vegan in Iran.
And you said you drank tap water?
Yeah, like the water is completely safe, so you can drink water from tap everywhere.
You too?
Yeah, the whole month I drank from the tap.
And even in cities, you don't need like to have a bottle of water. You can find water like anywhere close to monuments, so it's very practical.
And be prepared to drink liters and liters of tea. If somebody offers you tea, you need to say yes. You can't say no. Drink tea.
So you met a lot of people from Iran?
Yes, they're very hospitable, they're very friendly, very easy to talk to. They'll invite you to their place, which is a huge honor. Try to be respectful, but...
Yeah, you were talking about highlights of Iran, and at number one, I will put like the people, because people are so open, so kind.
Nice, thank you guys.
I found peace in your vibes, can't show me.